wish is going to be in Star Wars? Can't say all of them.
A little bit easy. No, I would take Tatiana just because when I first saw Orphan Black, I said, why is this girl not nominated for an Emmy? I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that she is nominated. Finally, it was after season 3.
Yeah.
So she's finally getting an Emmy nod. It depends, like I said, what the role.
So anyway, hope you can hear me. If not, this is going to be a boring VEDS video. But so today, you know, I had classes and all that, but I've been driving back home for Nashville for Labor Day weekend, so I don't really have time for a full video. But I have some, you know, footage of the road, and so I'll probably put that in. Something I've been thinking about on my drive here is why we associate ourselves with the places we do. In classical mythology, which is one of the classes I'm taking, my professor mentioned how we don't really tie ourselves down to one location for generation after generation. You know, we move around. I didn't stay in Nashville. I went to school in Illinois, and, you know, I'll probably get a job somewhere other than Nashville, although it would be perfectly fine getting a job in Nashville. I love Nashville. But it made me think, we always have the option to change where, well, we don't always, but for the most part, we have the option to change where we live. So I wonder, what are some of the reasons why we like the places that we associate ourselves with? Like, why do I love Tennessee and Nashville? And I have some ideas. Nashville is where I grew up. There's a great culture there, especially if you're into music and art, and I know a lot of people there, and for the most part, people are genuinely friendly, and there's a lot of cool opportunities and a lot of fun stuff to do in the city. And of course, I love Tennessee just because I love its kind of a nature aspect. I love, that sounds weird, but I love, like, I guess the terrain, maybe? I don't know. I just love kind of being able to, I don't know. I feel like, even though I'm in a fairly large city in Nashville, I'm also, because I live in Tennessee, I can be connected to kind of this more nature, or, you know, I can be connected to the more natural side of things. And I think Tennessee is a great place for that. There's a lot of awesome rivers and places to go hiking, and there are the mountains, which are really nice. Mountains aren't necessarily near Nashville, which I can see the buildings. Yay! There's the Bat Building. And also, like, the culture that surrounds us. Like, I just mentioned the Bat Building. It's actually the AT&T building. It used to be the Bell South building. I wish it was still the Bell South building, because they had the Tennessee TriStar as at the top of the building, and AT&T replaced it with their logo. Just, you know, not showing your civic pride there. But like, you know, people coming into town, they wouldn't call that the Batman building or the Bat building. They just call it, you know, the AT&T building. But, you know, there's everyone who grows up in Nashville or spends a significant time around it, unless they just think it's incredibly stupid. And the reason why we call it that is because there are two prongs on top that look like the ears on Batman's cowl. But, you know, people who spend a significant time in Nashville probably will start calling it that. It's kind of the language of Nashville and of the area. And so how do we come up with stuff like that? So I've been rambling for about 4 minutes, and you can't, this is, like, it's super dark, and my windshield wipers are in the way. So I hope, you know, I got something out of this, and I'll probably do a follow-up video on this when I go back to Illinois, expanding on the topic. But thank you for tuning in. Rock on.